Baalbek, also known as Heliopolis during the Roman Empire, meaning Sun City, includes two of the largest Roman temple ruins. The Temple of Bacchus and the Temple of Jupiter. The Roman construction was built on top of earlier ruins which were formed into a raised piazza of 24 monoliths, the largest weighing about 800 tons. Here you can see the entrance to the Temple of Jupiter. It is made of one main entrance and two lateral ones. Baalbek the city is located at an altitude of 1,150 meters above mean sea level. Behind the west side of the temple, you can find the series of West Mountains overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. And behind the east side of the temple are the Lebanese-Syrian borders. On a clear day from this opening, you can find Urnet el-Sauda, also known as the Black Peak, which is the highest peak in Lebanon, at about 3,000 meters above mean sea level. It is covered with snow all year round. The court we're standing at has symmetrical hexagonal shape, having a Semitic influence. Temples served later as churches around the end of the 4th century. Statues in the temples were icons of beauty, but with the arrival of Arabs and the Islamic culture, god representations were forbidden. Heads of the statues were removed, and god statues were sold to the Germans, French, and English. The most beautiful parts of Baalbek were sold by Sultan Abd al-Hamid. Here's the great court of Jupiter's temple. Back in the left corner, you can find Bacchus temple. The court was designed symmetrically to represent the good and bad, the day and night, the light and dark. The columns of the temples were made out of cylindrical granite stones. On the top of each, you can find handcrafted sculptures meticulously made. All these sculptures are representations of Roman gods and goddesses. Some of them remain unfinished because of the arrival of Christianity. In addition to gods' representations, you can find symbolic handmade carvings done with the finest details. Until today, the technique used for these carvings remain unknown. Temples of Baalbek were built over an old city. Right here, you can see one of the old roads of the city beneath. The stairs behind were constructed using huge blocks of stones of about 400 tons each. Researchers and archaeologists are still trying to find out how these temples were built. These massive blocks needed about 800 workers to be transported. It is said that a total of over 40,000 workers helped in the construction. This is Bacchus Temple, one of the most preserved Roman temples around the world. Bacchus is also known to be the god of wine. These holes were made to interconnect the blocks between each other. No cement was used in the construction of the whole Heliopolis. Some of the symbolic carvings are the chains representing the slavery, the circles representing life and death, and the flowers representing the beauty. All these symbols can be found on the top of this 50 meters high facade. Here at the court of Bacchus Temple, a yearly summer festival is organized, grouping Lebanese and Arab artists from the Golden Age. The festival is attended by tourists from all over the world. As you can see, the entrance of the temple remains intact with all detailed carvings, framing the main 30 meters high door. This is one of many shrines in the Heliopolis. All shrines have sculptures representing life and death and stages of the life of the person inside.